Hey all, it's Nick from Mapthusiast, and today we're going to talk about windroses in Phairos Studio. Windroses are overlays. So I have to click here and then click on the screen, and on the lower right I can see windrose. Now windrose by default has these lines. This is kind of what characterizes it, but it doesn't have to have a sort of image. So Phairos Studio comes with a couple of images that you can use. This is the standard Phairos Studio windrose. You can, when you click on control, you can change the location of the windrose, you can change its size. This is the size of the image, and you can rotate it. That will rotate both the image and the lines. You can right click this in order to reset it to a 0 rotation. Can become very handy. So now we have our windrows and these lines, and we can edit this a little bit. So here we have rotation, we already had this. We can change the color of the lines and of the windrows. So right now this is the windrows, and here this is the lines. We can change the size of the icon here as well. That's the same as we just did. And we can also change the number of lines as well as their width. Usually you want to have more or less 16 lines. This is kind of normal for windroses, and you might not want to make this too thick, looks a bit weird. You can change whether or not you want to show these on land. Windroses can be shown on land. It's not unnormal. Oftentimes, especially when you already have, for example, a grid like this, it is a bit disturbing. So you can toggle this off, and then the windrows will only show on sea. There's one interesting thing about windroses. You can also use them as a template in order to draw. So let's say I want to draw a different piece of land, and I have an image that I want to use. So you can go to the library and go to Paths and Windroses. On the right, you can have all your windrose images. You upload something new, can be a JPEG, can be a PNG, and then you have it in your library. Then you go back, you select your windrose, and then you can use this. For example, here is an image that I had, that's a PNG of an island, or you can, in this case, this is an entire JPEG map. And let's say you just want to repaint this map and you weren't able to isolate the land and basically import this as an image, then you can basically just use this to draw land. Now, if you just use it like this and you try to draw land, you will not see the land. But when you go back to Windrose and then you set the icon color alpha value, then you can turn this to, half or maybe 1/3, so you can actually see what you're painting. And you might also want to get rid of the lines. In this case, they don't really help, so you just reduce them to a 0 number. And then you go back to your land and you can paint as you like and use the windrose as a helper. Okay, I guess that's it for windroses. I hope you enjoy your maps with Phairos Studio. See you in the next video. Bye bye.